Welcome back to AB in Focus. I'm at GITEX today, the region's largest technology event. And here with me is Terence Liu, the CEO of TXOne, a operational security solutions company based in Taiwan. Welcome to Dubai and welcome to GITEX.
Thanks, Tala.
So tell us a little bit about your presence here at GITEX. What is TXOne showcasing? Is there anything new we can look forward to technology-wise?
So TXOne is a cybersecurity company, but unlike other security companies, they focus on protecting computers or cloud workloads. We focus on protecting OT. And what is OT? It's operational technology. And versus IT, we are protecting more like industrial control systems in various industries, such like manufacturers, critical infrastructure operators, such like oil and gas, power utility, transportation, and etc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I guess what you do is really important in the current climate of the cybersecurity landscape. Threats are getting more serious, data breaches are much bigger than they used to be, and hackers are becoming more sophisticated. So how does TXOne stay ahead of these threats? How does it help companies with critical infrastructure, safeguard their own data and their own systems?
I'm not sure we are ahead of the hackers though,
Okay.
Why OT cybersecurity becomes so important suddenly? I guess that's because there were already so many cyber breaches, and those cyber breaches cause the interruption of the mission critical operations. And 10 years ago, 20 years ago, people rarely think about protecting their shop floor and the plants. They think it's just air-gapped and isolated. So they don't really see there could be cyber breaches. But because of the Industry 4.0 digitalization and the mission critical assets, they now generate a lot of data and they need to send out the data. So the plants and shop floors are not that air-gapped as before. And also hackers, they changed their business model, right? 10 years ago, hackers make money by selling the data they steal. Yes. But nowadays, hackers just ransom, right? And so they attack manufacturers because it's easier. They used to attack like banks, financial sector, retail sector to steal those credentials, like a password, like a credit card number. Yeah. But now they ransom. And because manufacturers, they didn't do a lot of defense, or critical infrastructure, they didn't do so much defense before. So now they become the soft spot. And then hackers notice that and strike the attacks. Yeah. And so there were just so many cyber breaches happened to manufacturer and critical infrastructures. And then people start to looking for solutions. And we are helping out these critical infrastructure operators as well as manufacturers to defend the attack from the hackers.
Yes. And how do you see the future of the OT security industry? And, within the next 3 to 5 years, where do you see TXOne playing a role in the future of OT security?
That's a great question, Tala. So OT is not static. OT is evolving, right? I mean, let's say 40 years ago, it's mainly physical, like turbine, so it's just physical. But now people call it cyber physical system, right? Because equipped with intelligence, it generates data and they have the network connectivity to send out the data. Yeah. But they don't stop here. So we manufacturers and the critical infrastructures, they are now equipping with the AI technology, machine learning, the new connectivities like a 5G, private 5G, or satellite. Mm-hmm. So I believe security is always attached to the infrastructure. So when the infrastructure change, the security need to support the changes. So TXOne will be there to support the evolvement of the OT technology, and we will also keep improving the product to increase to aid the capability of our product to support the new scenarios.
Interesting. And from your perspective, as someone who's been in this space for quite some time, which industries do you think are at the most risk of data breaches? Like, which industries really need to boost their own security systems?
I think so. Our customers and the prospect are mainly, number one, highly automated. If your operation are all done by laborers, then you don't really have the cyber concern, right?
Yeah.
So highly automated. And secondly, highly value added, right? If the cyber attack interrupt your operation, you suffer the loss which you cannot afford. Yeah. Then you need to have better defense. And the third one is the reputation, right? If you got an attack, and then the credential and your reputation will be badly hurt, then you want to have the better cybersecurity. So in our cases, that including all the critical infrastructures, right? Because oil and gas, power utility, that's super important transportation, and also highly automated industries like automotive, semiconductor, food and beverage. Consider if you are a beer company and you got hacked and the hacker changed the recipe, how bad it could be, right? Yeah. So these are, I think, people who need to really take care of the cybersecurity better.
So let's talk more broadly about the Gulf region. So Saudi, the UAE, neighboring countries, they've really boosted their cybersecurity infrastructure, and especially the UAE and Saudi Arabia, they've been rated as some of the most cyber-safe countries in the world. What's your comment on that?
Yeah. So, well, if we look into the attacking vectors, roughly we can divide into three categories. The first category would be unintentional. So you careless, use some USB stick, and maybe you go to a website which is unsecure and malicious website, and you got a compromise. It's unintentional, right? But the other two is, well, just done by hacker groups. And the first is like cyber criminals. You know, their intention is money. So they want to ransom you. They want to get the money back, right? They invested in how to breach into your network. So now they want the money back. But the other group, they don't care about money that much. They want to destroy you. It's cyber espionage or cyber sabotage, right? They want to destroy something. So I would say in Gulf region, from the history, we already witnessed some cyber espionage and cyber sabotage from the adversaries. And so I think, especially in Gulf region, people really need to take care the control systems, pay more attention. Why? Because like other countries, maybe like Japan, so their adversaries are cyber criminals who want money.
Easy.
And they don't really manipulate the control systems that serious, because if they really make big damage, it's actually hard for them to collect the payment, collect the ransom. But now in Gulf region, especially the geopolitical tension, some people, they really want to just hurt people or hurt the environment. And so I see, we also witness the real cyber attack in the Ukraine-Russia war, where one party just shut down the other party's power utility plants to cause the loss of electricity power. And those kind of attack, we see that's highly possible to happen to the large facilities and critical infrastructure operators in Gulf region.
So what sort of products do you have or services that you kind of give enterprise customers, or these massive power plants, these types of customers? How do you help them exactly at TXOne?
Yeah. So if we look into the history of cybersecurity, I always want to use the cybersecurity framework of NIST and IST as an example. So you identify the risk and you protect them. But protection cannot be perfect. So from time to time, you could still have cyber criminals hack into your organization. Then you want to detect even the fine traces of those hackers. So it's detect and respond. Okay, but that's what happened in IT world in last 25 years. But in OT world, people don't really have solutions until 2015. Some startups they focus on providing some visibility and some identify the risk solutions in OT. And TXOne is the first company we focus on protecting the actual industrial network and the mission critical assets. So we have we position us as a cyber physical system cybersecurity vendor. So we protect the mission critical assets throughout the life cycle. We can have like anti-malware agents to be deployed onto the machine itself. And we have the network security solutions to monitor the traffic between the assets. So it's like throughout the life cycle of the asset, we always have some product to look after it.
It's very interesting. I'm sure you're doing amazing work. Thank you so much for your time today. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
So we are not stopping here. In this trade show, we are demonstrating the new cyber physical system detection and response. So this is the world #1 detection and response solutions for cyber physical systems. So I want to encourage the cybersecurity talents or the CISOs to pay us a visit here in GITEX.
Definitely, I'm sure they will. Thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for watching AB in Focus.